here we go. Are we going live? Yes, we're live. We're going live. Live from Onyx Gym in Cleveland. This is the Scholar performance for the 48-hour virtual Cleveland Music Festival. Let's go inside the room. Here we go. This is where the magic happens, right? First of all, I want to thank everybody, especially at Cleveland at the 48-hour virtual music festival. It's been fantastic following everybody, seeing everyone's involvement, the warmth, the friendliness of this community taking place, doing music, poetry, great performances. Thank you so much for inviting me, and there you go. Let me just invite a few people here. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. We just hit a bunch of buttons anyways. There we go. So we're live here. So first of all, thanks for the hosts. Hosting this is fantastic. And if you are a singer, performer, you want to be involved in some way, contact them at their page, which is linked all over. I've been linking it for weeks, at 48-hour virtual fest. Yeah, Music Fest. You find the link right here. And I'm going live. I'm sponsored by Onyx Gym. Has 7 great locations inside the greater Cleveland area. Look at how nice this area is here. This is a studio room that they've allowed me to use. There's a whole bunch of, they have all the equipment, everything you need to keep it tight. Lauren's here. Nice to see Lauren. So here we are, the gym. Fantastic facilities if you're in the Cleveland area. Thank you to Onyx Gym for sponsoring Scholar's performance. Scholar. Going into the studio here. A few more people are going to be going, but so there's my thank yous. I just wanted to also thank, well, let's get over inside the other room. Come on, this is going to be fun. I've also got, they've given me their office. Bad choice there, look at this. Oh, you can't even read it. It says Scholar. Now then, let's just switch into something a little bit more comfortable here, because wearing a hoodie. KRS-One, the great hip-hop performer, said that every artist should break down. They should see the artist break down over the period of the performance. So when you're doing a show, breaking it down. So we start our breakdown with the hat. Boom. Gone. No more hat. Second, I am Christian Fitzharris, a.k.a. the Navy SEAL of Entertainment, a.k.a. Scholar. Welcome to the 48-hour virtual Cleveland, or 48-hour virtual music festival. Let's slip into something a little bit more comfy, shall we? I've also been, fortunately, I want to thank CopyCats Printing in Middleburg Heights. CopyCats Printing, seeing their logo here, was nice enough to print up fantastic quality flyers for me, hip-hop resumes, so that I could get out into the community, hand out introductions of this performance, as well as use it for this great facility here at Onyx Gym. So I want to thank CopyCats as well for a great job. Let's transform into Scholar. This is how the behind the scenes takes place when Christian Fitzharris transforms into Scholar. Apparently Scholar sweats a lot more than Christian, so you got to be prepared for that. Boom. Transformation almost complete. As every good performer knows, got to shake it out. Now we're ready to go. So, Thanksgiving all out of the way. Let's just tune up. Thanks to everybody watching right now. We got Lauren and a few others. Uh-oh, this looks like it needs a new battery. Oh, no, it's good. So let's tune up real quick. Thanks for joining me. Oh dear. Oh, it's got the pick in it, that's why. Let the comedy begin. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is that an F? It's an entire... Ray is here. That's awesome. There we go. Get it all in tune here. Thanks for joining me today. All right, that's sounding good. Fantastic. Here we go. First, I'd like to start off with a song that I created. Now, over the course of this performance, you're going to be seeing things that I wrote as far back as 30 years ago, as recent as within this month. So, you know, there's going to be a wide variety of things available. This first little piece I'm going to do it a cappella, and it's called Pop Psychology. I wrote this one in 2002 for the VH1 music channel. If anybody's old enough to remember, there was a music channel called VH1, and they had the Next Great White Rapper show. The Next Great White Rapper show was going to be, you know, a phenomenal reality television show based in Los Angeles, and they were going to collect all of the great white rappers. I went down, I performed this piece for them, and I hope you enjoy it. Here's to all my peeps. Clink! Like the phoenix, rebirth in the flames, you know the names, Isis, Apophis, Osiris, you hear this and fear this level of realization, chasing, changing, the pace and taste of mediocrity with skillful knowledge of psychology and metaphysics, from neophytes to the adepts with reps of avatars. Next you'll be rocking classic texts in the car, and Jay Campbell in the bar, H.P. Blavatsky on MTV, you might see Carl Jung throwing I Ching or Yi Jing, however you pronounce it, you can't help but bounce it, as I announce it, the skeptics renounce it, yeah. Mi español es muy malo, pero yo quiero supero y un vaso de agua, claro que sí. Gracias, amigos de México y Boricua, Puertorriqueña y Venezuela, España, está bien. Refer to me in Latin, no stare, cognita male, no stare, stare. If it doesn't translate, I'm sorry. Parlez-vous français? Je suis scholar, je suis le prof. Comment allez-vous, mon Dieu? Qu'est-ce que fait? Dome oui? Ah, zut alors. The linguistic mystic, here to pump it like Hans and Franz. I can even rock a little Afrikaans. Who Hans it? Ekasonara, Snock Sutadroma by a donkey, and even if it sounds funky, it's fun, eh? That's Canadian for when we play. It's shocking, really. You wanted breakfast in Swahili? Nataka Takulu Cha Asubuhi. Truly, you must be fooling me now. You say no terror, man, but in Arabic, I call the divine Alhamdulillah al-Wasi al-Alim. Now put that in your dopest quote book, and let the next sex tingle MC come and see me get buried easily underneath me and my magnanimous verbosity, and rest in peace. So, 2002. Let's hear it for time moving forward. Clink! Oh man, get hungry doing this. Ace is here. Nice to see Ace. We'll be doing a little bit of juggling in a bit, Ace. So, fantastic having you aboard. Now, that one was called Pop Psychology. In the end, I did not end up getting cast on that show. As with many things that Scholar went out for, they said, you're fantastic, you do a great job, I love what you're doing, but unfortunately, we were looking for a white rapper from New York who was going to go, yo, check it, check it, and I didn't say I eat enough, so I was not cast in that. Which ended up being a good thing because the show was atrocious. But my music has gone on. So, next, this song right here is one I wrote while I was in Pittsburgh. I see a few Pittsburgh people in the audience here today, which is great. I wrote this track while I lived in Pittsburgh, but this really could apply to any place that you live. Traffic patterns. This one's called Learn to Merge in Pittsburgh. I will warn you ahead of time, those Pittsburghunders, Pittsburghese? Those Pittsburgh people, they like to use some vernacular that sounds close to swearing, but it's not. That word is frickin'. Frickin' this and frickin' that. So, here we go. Learn to Merge in Pittsburgh. It's a community service delivered through the words of Scholar. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. You jack off. Community service delivered through the words of scholar. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. You jack off. Community service delivered through the words of scholar. A merging lane is not a stoplight. So don't sit there waiting until the spot's right. You gotta go with the flow of traffic or end up handicapably impaired, handicapably impaired, sitting in a chair, smiling lost, while people talk about you like you aren't present. Isn't it because you were hesitant? That glass in your chest is evidence. Surgeons call you resident. When Stephen Hawking's glad he's not you, maybe then you're listening. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to frickin' merge in Pittsburgh. You jag off. Community service delivered through the words of scholar. Yeah, learn to frickin' push the pedal. The long skinny one. Do anybody but me know how to merge? Anyone? While I'm revving in the right lane. You're having picnics on the parkway. Learn to frickin' merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to frickin' merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to frickin' merge in Pittsburgh. You jag off. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge. Let's do a little reggae here. We go. You jag off. Community service delivered through the words of scholar. I saw the sun go down and rise again, waiting for this guy to find an opening. I got an online degree on my iPhone, and he's still sitting, twitching, blinking, and ribbing, fidgeting. Friends are visiting. They set up a tent, a keg. I'm late by a decade. Hope my boss is in a good mood. But gone so long I could have grown my own food. Next time I'll grab my bike and ride it around this dude. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. You jag off. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. Learn to freaking merge in Pittsburgh. You jag off. Whoo! Adolfo in the house. Will Van Ord. When Stephen Hawking. Yeah. All right, that was Learn to Merge in Pittsburgh. A fun little ditty. They enjoyed that when I performed that in the prison. When I performed in a prison a couple years ago at the Mercer Penitentiary. I did a 1-hour show in the Mercer Penitentiary. That one was a big hit. Driving from Cleveland to do a song criticizing their driving. But I guess everybody who's in jail isn't really driving anymore, are they? They're not. Cheers. Clink. It's so funny. Let's change it up for a second. Step on over to my poetry corner. This is the sacred corner where poetry is performed. Oh, we're getting whited out here. The lighting is just whiting. Whiting like lighting. Oh well. It's like, pretend it's an effect on there. Yeah. All right, I brought a poem here to read. Some original work. Oh yes, I will be doing a Christmas song today. Thank you, Glenn, for... Oh, that's not a poem. That's a picture of me. Oh, man. If you haven't seen the DVD for Kuza, you should check it out, because it really has some fantastic clowning. Wrong one. My bad. Now then, for a poem. Welcome to Poetry Corner. Today is hosted by Scholar. We'll have a live reading. This poem... Yeah, thank you. I'm like, plug? I'm not sitting in front of a plug. This one is called Sundress Amnesia. A lot of my dudes out there will identify with this one. But it applies to anybody, really. Like all my music, apparently. Here we go. Sundress Amnesia. Sundresses pause thoughts and conversations hiccup. Have you seen Josh? Nah. He stopped coming around once he started working the late night shift. I didn't know they had a late White female, mid-20s, orange sundress, low heels, big sunglasses, steps out of silver Toyota Corolla, talking on cell phone, laughing. Shut up! Walks out of sight behind wall of rush hour traffic. They have late night shifts at the flower shop? Yeah, it's mostly stocking vases and cleaning windows. Thank you. Thank you. That one's called Sundress Amnesia. Let's change it up with another song. But we can't do songs over here. And let's take off our poetry bling. Here we go. Now this next song comes all the way back from... Let's plug this in. We don't want to go dead during our 1-hour show. There we go. Okay. This next song, I'll need a costume change for. Since we've had a sort of request out there, we'll change it up for our request person. One moment, please listen to the music while I do a costume change. Hi. This shirt, I stayed sober for this, features my logo, the Navy SEAL of Entertainment, on the back, and is available on my Teespring site, Drink With Me Now, Teespring. You can search Drink With Me Now, or go to bottleburner.com and see the link for my thanks for this show. Thanks a lot. Now this next tune, I'm gonna need a little room for this one. This next tune, I wrote for the holiday season of Christmas. I've got a couple of holiday tracks. This is one of the most popular holiday songs I do, for many reasons, not just because of the hat. So I present to you my song, Krampus. Krampus. Oops, that's not Krampus. That's not Krampus. This is
Santa?
Somebody else is coming to visit you, not Santa?
Definitely
Not Santa. Krampus. The anti-Santa is coming, removing the children and all people who have been bad. Krampus. Burlap sack on his back, walking to the river to deposit the human filth. Krampus. Who? Krampus. Who? Looking over your shoulder, he may be coming for you. Krampus. Who? Krampus. Who? Armed to the switch, he gets you, drags you in. It's the night after Christmas, and hell is quiet. Everyone who would have caused a riot is crying creek deep, 20 leagues under the sea, sleeping. Davy Jones' locker had a sock hop. Last night they tried to fight, but the light was squeezed out. Even air creased out. Squeezed out, but it breathed out. Already to their fate, it's too late. Krampus is coming, you can hear the bells. Ting! Your pants are dragging as your pants are sagging. You can't even run from this evil doppelganger. Ting! The bell tolls and tells of this hell troll. With 7 letters, there's only one. Krampus! The anti-Santa is moving the children and all people who have been bad. Krampus! Burlap sack on his back, walking to the river to deposit the human filth. Krampus! Who? Krampus! Who? Looking over your shoulder, he may be coming for you. Krampus, who? Krampus, who? Armed through the switch, he gets you, drags you in the ditch. A group of sticks is called a switch. When it sins the flesh, it's called a fetish. Krampus is deep confession. Krampus is teaching lessons. Sixpence in essence, we need a lesson. Actions are our investment, no grace and no guilt. Just let us do what thou wilt. Trust the just for its silk. Thick robes and sweet wines, our time is our time. Let us live our lives in innocence or in sin alive. When I die, my life cease to be mine. And if Krampus comes, I'll show him my past from bafflement. Illuminati badges and every token and grasp, and then we'll laugh and assassinate. Do batters, procrastinate, fascinate, vacillate, touch your fate. Get away from Krampus. The anti-Santa is coming, removing the children and all people who have been bad. Krampus, burlap sack on his back, walking to the river to deposit the human filth. Krampus, who? Krampus, who? Looking over your shoulder, he may be coming for you. Krampus, who? Krampus, who? Armed with a switch, he gets you, drags you in the ditch. Whew. Wrote that little ditty in 2010. Oh boy, came up with that idea while I was performing in Paris at the Crazy Horse, and I saw an article all about Krampus, or Krampus as people like to pronounce it, but I refused because it doesn't give Krampus the dignity I wish they had. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, John. William Van Ord, thanks for that too. I'm addicted to these pills, man. You want one? Woo! Good old Krampus. Don't know all the words to that, I guess. You get your favorite songs on there, and, you know, what can you do? So this next little track here, this is a fun one. I did this one performing in a biker bar in Las Vegas to a very angry mob. They were there to see, they were there to just hang out, have a few drinks, and the DJ invited me to perform, not knowing that it was a biker bar, and he was spinning new wave music, much to their chagrin. This song was one of the ones that brought them around eventually so that I didn't get murdered. By the end of the song, they were fast friends. I won over the construction workers, and everybody was happy. Clink! This song's called Jimmy and Linda, written in 2003. Uh-oh, no, not that one. Hey. 2003. Jimmy and Linda came to win big money, but they caught up in the eye of Babylon. Now they got to run. A lot of running in my songs. Now they better run away. Jimmy and Linda Miller thought they were getting away from the stress, the pets, and the pessimist. All they wanted was a taste of the grace, big money making, grinning ear to ear, a little beer and here and that, clink of the payback. But they never knew what was coming down the pipeline. Right place, wrong time, hope it isn't their time. Hear the footsteps come creeping up behind you. Paranoid thoughts, maybe something in my drink. Telling one another, ain't you ever gonna blink? It's closing in, air's getting thin. When you can't tell what's happening, it has begun. And now it's time to run. Jimmy and Linda came to win big money, but they caught up in the eye of Babylon. Now they got to run. Now they better run away. First Jimmy tried to run but was eaten by a moth. Linda heard the sound, she was beaten by a sloth. Take it back to the temple of the Rat Pack in the leather knapsack. Mark Hazmat past that attic. Cat, but it wasn't getting through. Linda had enough, attacking, scratching demons, screaming demons. She was seething, they were leaving. They'd gone too far, this time too deep, out of their league. Would they ever go to sleep? 1,000,000 against one. But now they better run. Don't want to get those women angry. Linda came to win big money, but they caught up in the eye of Babylon. Now they got to run. Now they better run away. Now Linda killed the creature king and became the queen of the kingdom that Babylon built. But she wanted one thing, her Jimmy back. So she had the moths captured and run to the back. One nervous moth was sweating beads that trickled down his dusty sleeves, and resting in his belly breathes. She loves and longs for is within Jimmy. So she guts that moth like some bomba-clawed fish as she kisses the face of Jimmy as they fly through the sky on the backs of flamingos. Jimmy and Linda came to win big money, but they caught in the eye of Babylon. Now they got to run. And now this story's done. Jimmy and Linda came to win big money, but they caught up in the eye of lawn. Now they gotta run. Now they're having fun. That's my favorite part of the song, as you can tell. The but. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, that is a good story, William Van Ord. Cheers for you, thanks. Vegas. Crazy things happen in Vegas. What are you gonna do? All right, let's step over to Poetry Corner really quick. Actually, there was one thing I wanted to do beforehand. Let me see how many of you are susceptible to this. Stupid thing. Don't even know why I paid 50 cents. To the Poetry Corner! Poetry necklace. Me. This poem is called Momentum. Written in 2005. I can remember when everything was written. It's a situation. Oh. With stiff anticipation, breathless, waiting perspiration, I stand, commanding anxious energies to complete discreet actions of achievement. Like a careful pin listener, tongue tip touching upper lip, awaiting the quick click of the rotating dial's final finale, I receive tiny vials of liquid smiles from my many messengers on many missions completed. Rehearsed calmness, white-knuckled phone, adrenal narcotic high with each task mastered. Labored orgiastic exhale with every success met challenge. Movement no longer hollow, but swallowed up by surge after surge of incensed momentum. Vision quivering with clarity. Living power pocket capsules, punctured while driven ambition rips and rages through pages of dreams into fact, altered destiny, primal fire constricted into specific lists, charged with its accomplishment and scent, wet with magnetic intent and desire, emblazoned, the unstoppable path eternally exists in the present tense. It's deep, man. It's deep. Now this next poem. Oh, that's not a poem again. I gotta put that away. Gosh darn it. Okay, let's change it up a bit. I didn't do many songs out in the studio here because of the acoustics. As you could hear, the acoustics are magnificent as long as you're not using music. Vocally, it's fantastic, right? So, I present to you Anti-Gravity. Mirrors on both sides. What up? All right. This next song I think you're going to like. As soon as I come up with what it is. No. I've got a list over here. It's fine. I've done this before once. Do 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 do. This moment right here brought to you by Stiegl Radler. They make a fantastic little radler that's delicious while going out and mowing your lawn, walking around, looking at trees, tickling ants, everything. Ouch, what is that in there? Something in there. Ah, look at that, I must have accidentally thrown it in there. That's so fantastic. Make sure you check out the best clowning in the world on the link down on my page, on the Cirque du Soleil page. Go to 44 minutes and you're not going to regret it. Alrighty. Clink. Walt's here. Nice to see Walt. Now this next track, I might have to read the lyrics because it's so emotional for me, you know? You know how it is when you write a song that's so emotional?
Santa.
We already did that guy. Oh, wait, there's a costume change. Costume change for this. Now, this one goes out to all my peeps that are into metaphysics, you know, the 93rd current, fantastic, things like that. If you're into meditating, getting weird, and reading literature, then you're really going to enjoy this next track. Because this one is from the writing of the 3 days of the Book of the Law on my SoundCloud. If you go to Scholar93 SoundCloud, one moment while I switch into the mystical gear, which comes with this song. There. Now I look like the master. Woo. When I was 17, I told my grandmother, I want to look like this. She said, you'll be that fat one day, son. No, she didn't say that. She said, okay, I'll make it for you. And she made this wonderful piece. My wife calls it my maternity dress. Models and metaphors, fables and allegory tell a story. Learn from scratchings, cave etchings, and magic legends. Narratives of the immanence, evidence of the numinous. Maybe too advanced for average men. Walking outside, I look up, it's nuts. I mean, Nuit, the scene I see, I can barely breathe. Star-spangled fabric, elaborate labyrinth. I yelp like a sun dog and paw like a scofflaw. Enormous orbits, I gawk, absorb it. Comet soaring, this earth is boring. Fire flying, the sky is lighting. I'm just gonna get a taste. Models and metaphors, fables and allegory tell a story. Learn from scratchings, cave etchings, and magic legends. Narratives of the immanence of the dance of the numinous. Maybe too advanced for average men. Planets are carbon-based, just like my face. Wanna see Mars, but I already got a taste. Get it? Stars shoot past, I breathe them and laugh. Neil deGrasse on the mic, I'm so enticing. At night I'm flying higher, just past the lightning. Anthropomorphic, I'm Michael Crichton. Like a soap opera, I'm the guide and lighten. Solar high roller, and just imbibing. Can't feel the body, it's like I'm flying higher. In the heart of a goddess, and thriving, vibing. Indigo sultry caress engulf me. I close my eyes and just like the jet thrust, knowing that I'm really just space dust. 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 Models and metaphors, fables and allegory tell a story. Learn from scratchings, cave etchings, and magic legends. Narratives of the immanence of the dense of the numinous. Maybe too advanced for average men. Scholar. That one makes me high every time, man. That song's called Models and Metaphors, and it's on Scholar 93 SoundCloud to listen to. There's also 2 other songs, one for each chapter of the Book of the Law, so if you're into metaphysics, you should check that out. At this, just past the halfway point by a spell, I want to thank again. I'm going to do some more. We have 24 more minutes. But I want to thank at 48-Hour Virtual Music Festival, CLE, for hosting. I want to thank Onyx Gym for supplying these rooms that I can do weird things inside. So thank you so much. And let's continue. This one's a poem. Ooh, I should get my poetry necklace. And he comes back with sunglasses. Comedy is unpredictable. So, this one, I wrote this one for beat poet, composer, David Amram. Just a fantastic human being. David Amram, he was part of the beat culture. He was the one who would compose some of the music and a number of different pieces for the beats. Pull My Daisy, the soundtrack for Pull My Daisy was composed by David Amram, of which this song is, this poem is dedicated for him. He's such a creative, inspiring individual. He won Grammys for his production of All the President's Men soundtrack as well, and he's just a creative tour de force. He's just fantastic, and I wrote this in honor of David Amram. He performs sort of beat style, you know? So he performs in the beat style with the snapping and the rhythm based on the jazz movement. So I made this poem in his style, mixture of his style and my style. So cheers to David Amram. Clink! And thanks to all of you for being here. It's called Chanting Amram. As this planet moves through space and the cosmos relates to the gravitational pull of planetary bullies, quarks and black holes, while back on Earth souls sift and slump sleeping, blood and hearts beating with 2 ears and a mind over necklaces that chime with percussive love and intuitive energy. Enter the temple of the playground, Amram, a man, no, the Amra in Sanskrit, of me, my, oh, the demigod of me, mine. Indestructible, and we find the transcendental, the event that comes from music intent on making and creating soul-to-soul sound, as David has fought the Goliathan doldrums of ho-hum inactivity with brevity and wit, playful piano and avid keyboard quick, Pakistani flute flip and given it fits, with compositions of visions led and ended in happiness fed. The vastness of creative inspiration, insight, joy, joy, joy he creates with toys. As we are all children creating, collaborating, and celebrating the lesser feast, the fabulous greatness of this composer and priest, David Amram. Thank you, my friend. You will continue to be an inspiration to me for the rest of my incarnation. That's Chanting Amram. For David Amram, written by Christian Fitzharris, a.k.a. Scholar. All right. This next little ditty, I'll do my best with the lyrics. It was written 5 years ago. Will Van Ord produced the track, and it was written, this song was written to be he produced a beat, and the beat was produced and put on Facebook and said, hey, anybody want to battle rap? LOL. I said, I will battle anyone. So, I wrote my verse, and it's what I'm going to perform now, do my best. And, yeah, let's hear how it went. So this was a battle rap. This is called Annihilation. It has a few names. Annihilation, Battle Beat. It's also available to check out on Scholar 93 SoundCloud. So, there you go. Let's grab this bad boy. I wonder if I...
Oh my.
Yeah. I came to damage erratic, I'm automatic with the anti-static cling spray. Spit, telling him stay, sit, bowed at a temple of the renegade rebel rabble rouser about the power, about to bust loose on this way. Too late, I'm cheese grating any adversary alive and waiting. Little Bobby Bryan is flying in Fort Myers, I annihilated, I am dilated, I am Mariah pariah, buyer of psoriasis with the venom, I send him a Christmas diss. Condolences unto this abyss. I divide lines and I divine lies. I'm on another level over the regular rebel, a devil with a pen and a sword, venomous ward, subliminal, synergetics, and orbs. Spells tell bells, yell straight from hell. Cruising the streets in my black Jeep, I'm a fat chic, bo peep, slaughtering sheep to hear the bleat, not eating the meat, just bleeding them by the feet. I mean hooves, Selenic heretic on the move. First it was drugs, now it's witchcraft. I'm fearing loathing over a bubble. Fumes exhume bodies and nauseous fume. Satanic panic, organic manic senses the room. Too true, practice voodoo. NLP, my enemies are breathing but ill at ease. And these, I mean amenities, redeemed. And we can be much greater than we ever believed. But never dissever the one we never had. Genius, bust through the way we must. Do we just for flustered animus? Or are we just lust, living to be the thrust? Whoa, of course. Have respect, cover the body. Hide the corpse and don't stop. Publish this report, please. Mail R. Bryant can leave. Finish him. Little Bobby got jacked by my hands. Too dope, so his ass got roped in a wasteland. Boom ha! That was, yeah, are we just lust living to be the thrust? I have to tell you, thanks everyone, thank you. I have to tell you, learning some of the words for this song was extremely difficult. Because of the complexity. You know, you wrote it 5 years ago, you recorded it, you put it out into the world, and then you had to bring it back. But just to revisit some of these lines, because I think they're worth revisiting. The beginning. I come to damage erratic, I'm automatic with the anti-static cling spray. Spit, telling him stay, sit, bowed at a temple of the renegade rebel rabble rouser about the power, about to bust loose on this weight. Too late, I'm cheese grating any adversary alive and buried. So, that's some fun stuff. Thank you so much. Now let's go over here and have a poem, shall we? Let's see. Yoink. Welcome to my poetry corner. Yeah, that's another thing. If you're going to be a scholar, you have to learn how to have very long breaths to do most of these things. Thank you, Josh, for noticing. Now then, let's read this poem real quick. Darn it, how does that keep getting in here? I can't believe it. All right, here we go. This one's called Morning Sip. We've all been there. There's nothing like that first sip on a virgin morning. Foggy from slumber, your body's still getting its bearing for waking consciousness. This is the best time to wobble your world winsomely with the wine of life. Ice in the glass refreshes the hands that carried it to the vulnerable drinkware awaiting. The watery glurging and slurping of liquid escaping its bottle, diving to freedom. That first crack of cold air and spitting mist flitting forth douses the fingers like holy water on fleshy digits dipped in the church's bowl. Cool liquid calm coolly cruises over the lips, swashing the tongue, making young even the quivering codger. First swallow forces an ecstatic inhale through the nose. The incoming breath delivers death to the dreariness of sedate senses. Sometimes there's a bitter jerk from the body reluctant, like a partner coyly refusing to be kissed. But it's all an act. A second breath relieves resistance and allows the pool to cool. A new day full of possibilities. Nice. Makes you thirsty, doesn't it? Whew. Let's go over there. Now, have a quick, let's check in with everybody since we've got about 12 minutes left. Thanks to Josh. Thanks. Oops, what's this lighting in here? You know, I set it up and then the sun went down a little bit, so it's gotten a little difficile. Clink! Let's change out of this and do another little number that I wrote. This was a tribute song. Every once in a while, clink, thank you. This is a tribute song. I wrote, inspired by the magic of Shin Lim, the magician Shin Lim. Fantastic magician if you ever get a chance to see him. I wrote this track. It comes with a necklace, apparently. Double-headed eagle. Clink. If you like this shirt, clink. If you like this shirt, you can buy one at my Teespring shop. It's called Drink With Me Now at Teespring. Or Teespring, go there and search for the storefront called Drink With Me Now. Clink. Now, Shin Lim. Oh, good, Jody's here. Fantastic. Look at that. Boom. Shin Lim made his own cards. Had his own cards made. He's a magician. And he inspired me, so I wrote this song. No need to make it all crazy, right? Shin Lim. Dressed in my regalia, I'm a Machiavellian sailor, the Navy SEAL of entertainment. Instead of a K-bar, I drop bars and fan cards. I cannot stop, I'm hot like fat tar, or golden boss cards that hiss when they pass against the flesh. You're a witness to this, yes, finger flicking and fidgeting with the rhythm, it's a given. I'm gonna kill it, Shin Limit. There are no Shin limits, I am Shin Limitless. This is a gift like Matryoshkas, Russian nesting dolls call me to the hall, St. Petersburg scholar. Double-headed eagle feeding my ego, chicken to the past and the future, telling these stories with humor as I regale ya. Get it? Regalia? Yeah, the deck's called Regalia, and I'm regaling ya. Oh, you guys are too much. Okay. Ooh, we should do something real quick. Let's write a quick thank you letter. Let's write a quick thank you letter. All right, there we go. Wrote a quick thank you letter to leave them in Braille. So, if anybody who's sight impaired is watching, you can see you can read the credits right here. Just put your fingers on the screen, and you can feel that it says, "Thank you to 48-hour virtual Music Fest and Onyx Gym" in Braille. Okay, thanks. Great. Now then, let's change it up to the studio. Oh, this is not the time for that. To the studio. All right, we're in the studio, live from Onyx Gym in the greater Cleveland area. Ooh, 8 minutes, better keep an eye on it, Christian. This song I wrote I will do it a cappella so I can do it in this larger space. The one's called Brain Games. I made it for magneticmemorymethod.com. The song was created to raise awareness for staving off Alzheimer's and dementia. And I will do it a cappella as best I can. brain games. So this, in fact, is a brain game. Juggling and rapping is a brain game. So I'm rapping about brain games while doing a brain game. See what I did there? Nice. I define, establish, exercise, and practice, externalize spatial maps as I attack the path of mature learner, bottle burner, max memory reserve, and earnest. I'm a furnace, an anomaly, sibling of Simonides known to reduce cognitive load. And oh, how I rotate, juggling space, making a case for brain games so digital amnesia leaves you, digital dementia censured. Did y'all tag uranium on your mind's wall? Review, recall, we will evolve. Brain games, synapses flashing, mind palace crashing with the brain games. Info encoded, mental high roller. Brain games, synapses flashing, mind palace crashing with brain games. Info encoded, mental high roller. This is not a game you can afford to lose. Why? And for the record, that's my sampling sound. This is not a game you can afford to lose. Brain games don't need an app for that. I just attack with the path of a lab rat. I mean, scientist, I'm an annihilist, finalist, illuminist, numinous, doing this, proving this, who is this scholar? Dopamine, fiend, clean sheen like the Pleiades, enemies, illities, killing with abilities, strolling with affinity, rolling with my Kennedys. Brain games, healthy snacks, build a palace, peg some facts, learn to balance while you rap, unleash talents, don't look back. Brain games, synapses flashing, mind palace crashing with brain games, info encoded, mental high roller. Brain games, synapses flashing, mind palace crashing with brain games, info encoded, mental high roller. Thanks to magneticmemorymethod.com, Dr. Anthony Metivier. We've got a couple more minutes, and I want to make sure I get this other song in and have time to thank everyone. Let's get a little crazy on this one. Get a little crazy. This one's called Consternation. By the Antediluvian Project, featuring Scholar. Consternation. Great on my last nerve, no scratch of death, hazardous, I'm avarice. I'm entitled to take a stab at this sadness, ink blood splatter, piss, ravenous. When I suffer from the catalyst, ground zero with the crater singe. To the Vader grip, serrated with a stainless tip. Heinous, nobody this dangerous, about to be infamous. When they find the body's pay dirt, blood-soaked spit wet shirt with neck split innards. Better get that last word, that pastor. Come faster, bastard. Better yet, breathe faster. This gas hurts, you call me. When I'm in the middle of a kettlebell drop on your head, son, you're dead. Can't breathe, sucking lead. You scream not again with the skin flap flopping in. Better get it back up then, fasten in the Vicodin. Regulate a pathogen, we're coming to a reckoning, cause you're coming to a rapid end. Heinous, nobody this dangerous, about to be infamous. When they find their body pay dirt, blood-soaked spit wet shirt with neck split innards. Better get that last word, that pastor. Come faster, bastard. Better yet, breathe faster. This gas hurts, you call me master. Thanks to John on there for producing the beat. That song was called Consternation, Antediluvian Project, and Scholar. Also available on Scholar 93, SoundCloud. I'll do a last poem real quick. This one's called Battle Burner Bottle Cry by Christian Fitzharris, obviously. I've drunk in neighborhood bars and countless others on multiple continents. I've tipped tumblers and flipped flasks and shot shots. I've popped Chateau Neuf de Pop in 147,000-ton ships in the Caribbean Sea. In Montmartre, I sip sauce in the sacred Sacre-Cœur and pounded pastis till the flask hit the floor. I drink in 3 days your utility bill for the month and I live with a passion and a lust a teetotaler like you could never begin to understand. That's who I am. Now drink. Clink. I want to thank everybody for watching today. This has been fantastic. Had a fun run down memory lane with all of you. I want to thank 48-Hour Virtual Music Festival. They're doing some great things in the community. Wonderful poetry, music, tarot readings, everything. Anything you can possibly think of has been featured in this 48 hours, and it's continuing. When I get off, you head over to 48-Hour Virtual Music Fest, and you can see the other acts. Look them up on their Facebook pages. There's some fantastic stuff out there. I'd also like to thank again Onyx Gym for providing this studio for me to perform in. I'm glad that I could get the word out a little bit about the gym. Everybody needs to build their temple strong for these days. Thanks also to Stiegl for the hat and refreshing drinks. Thanks to CopyCats Printing. You can find links to all of these sponsors and these contributors. Go to bottleburner.com, and on bottleburner.com you'll see links to all of the different businesses and pages, as well as links to my SoundCloud, links to my YouTube, links to my Teespring store where this shirt's available to buy as well. So if you want, just head over there and check out bottleburner.com. And thanks to everyone for being here. It was a lot of fun. You know, I could have gone another hour with all the stuff that I brought, but that's the way I roll, being the polymath that I am. And you still entertainment. We over prepare so that all goes smoothly, or we revise and overcome. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. This is fantastic. My name's Christian Fitzharris, aka Scholar. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Thanks a lot. Bye.